You're listening to the Evil Metal Gamers podcast.
Welcome, guys, to another episode of Evil Metal Gamers podcast. Today is January 18, 2019, and this is episode number 62.
Hey-o! Were you talking?
Yes.
What were you saying?
This is episode number 62.
62?
My name is Jose Roldan.
I'm Frank Barna.
And you're listening to the Evil Metal Gamers podcast, where you hear all your geek news
All week. Every week.
Okay. So let's start this show with a high note. Big day today. You want to start talking about that, or you want to talk about little topics that you may have?
Little topics. Let's go with little topics. You ready for little topics?
Go for it.
First and foremost, a game that a lot of people are excited for is already kind of hot garbage. And that'd be Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 3 epilogue, according to Kotaku. The epilogue basically. The Kingdom Hearts 3 epilogue, basically, you know, when you beat the game, there's like another like little piece of the game.
Okay.
Will be patched in after it's launched, meaning this game is definitely not complete.
So it's hot garbage because of that?
Well, with the extent of how long this game has taken, that's just another red flag that this game is not what it's supposed to be.
Which is understandable. I understand.
Which sucks.
I agree 100%.
With Square Enix, man, like, dude, they were the pinnacle of gaming in the 90s.
And they're still not that bad. Hitman is a big in the series, and so is Tomb Raider.
Hitman's gone. Hitman's its own property, dude. They're gone.
Okay, so Tomb Raider's still good. They haven't missed yet with Tomb Raider.
Yeah, but I mean that's kind of like
like what?
That's kind of like saying, hey, Activision hasn't missed with World of Warcraft.
Or like, say, Rockstar hasn't missed with Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead.
But those are really their only IPs.
What's the problem? I just give you the exact same comparison.
No, it's like, dude, look at what the past couple Final Fantasies have been. Okay. This one now.
They got Final Fantasy.
What else?
Tomb Raider.
Yeah, it's just.
But I mean, I can't think of any other. I mean, Dragon Quest, and that was a hit. It was.
No, I'm not denying that. No, I'm not denying that. I was more on the
Kingdom Hearts is not gonna fail.
It's not gonna fail, but it's gonna. Dude, it sucks. I'm not a fan of it. And listen, I'm gonna be straight up. Not a fan of it, just because I don't know if I've ever explained it to our audience, and for those of you who are new to the podcast, I'm not big on little kids in video games. There's something about it. I just can't enjoy a game where it has little kids fighting quasi
they're teenagers.
I know, I get it, but I couldn't play it. When I was in the military, though, my roommate played it, and I watched him play it, and I enjoyed that aspect of it. But man,
I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna be bad. I mean, it could be. There's always a chance that it's gonna be bad. I always say if it gets delayed too much, it's gonna suck. This is why I was talking to you today about Days Gone. There's an 80% chance Days Gone's gonna suck terrible, terrible balls. And I'll tell you the truth, I wasn't too impressed with that trailer. Were you? Because to me, it looked like it was just generic.
Oh, I'm not. Like, that's the thing. I'm not expecting anything groundbreaking with this game. It's.
But I mean, it's
the
like
things. It's the things that I like in games. It's an open world survival game where you kind of got to build up your inventory, create a safe haven, upgrade your motorcycle. I'm big in motorcycles. I love motorcycles. So it has that, a whole aspect. I like zombie games. It's a zombie game. It has a little bit of the, what is it? It has a little bit of the Last of Us stealth mechanic where, hey, I don't have to kill everything that moves. I can kind of just creep by it.
Is this a day one for you?
No, I'm probably, well, it depends. I'm not big on day ones. I typically wait till Black Friday. If the reviews are through the roof, I'll consider getting it day one. This is probably more of a rental for me.
They've had plenty of chances to get me interested in it. There's nothing there. It wasn't like Last of Us. It's just, I don't know. That's my opinion. Maybe everybody else is excited about it.
But The Last of Us is also a Naughty Dog game, man. And Naughty Dog, when it comes to stories, is
it doesn't matter. If you're gonna do something like that, you have to at least get me interested in the character. Like I right now, it's about to come out, and we know nothing about this character, and it's just, to me, it looks like a generic character. He doesn't look interesting, and unless you do something fucking unbelievable to get me interested in this guy, it's a no for me. It's already a pass for me. You're gonna have to try to get me to fucking play it. Give me a demo or something free. But I mean, like I said, that's my opinion. And going back to Kingdom Hearts, I won't get that on day one either. It sucks, but I mean, there's just too many games. And I don't think I can invest the time on Kingdom Hearts right now because I'm going to get Metro too. I'd rather invest time on that.
From there, we get a money issue. What do you want? Good money issue or bad money issue?
Give me the bad money issue. It's my
Netflix
favorite.
is increasing its money, is increasing its cost.
We all knew this was going to happen. I mean, anybody who's shocked by this is an idiot. You can't expect them to stay at $9.99 forever.
Apparently, they're changing their package too. That's a rumor that I heard. I can't confirm
Change
it.
their package to what?
If you don't sign up for the family group, you can no longer share your account.
And that's fine too.
No, I'm all for that. I mean, we're on a family account.
Because people take advantage of that shit.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So, yeah, fuck those people. And yeah, I mean, you can't stay at $10 forever.
No.
Fuck me. Amazon Prime costs $100 and whatever a year. What is it now? $120? I think it's $120.
Dude, I don't use Amazon Prime.
Prime is $120 a year.
Yeah, no.
So that still comes up to about $10 also. But I mean, Prime has like a quarter of what Netflix has.
Yeah.
And then Hulu's still the same. $7.99, which is fine.
But if it continues to produce shows like it's producing,
of course it'll go up. Of course.
Yeah.
But the smart thing about Hulu is they're not bombarding you with like 1,000 Hulu originals.
Yeah. But in the good news about money, Epic Games Store is now matching Steam's refund policy. So I'm guessing you play a game for an hour and it's balls, you'd be like, hey, give my money back.
Bro, I wanted to talk about this because it's like everybody who is not a PC gamer is like, oh, Epic is going to match Steam, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, if you go to the Reddit and you go to the PC Master Race users in the comments about the Epic Store, they think it's a fucking joke. And they say they would never buy shit from the Epic Store. Because at the end of the day, do you know who has Fortnite? People who have Fortnite are kids and people with weak-ass computers. So you're not going to tell me just because whatever, 2 billion people are paying that fucking Fortnite that they're going to go and buy Division 2 now from there. You understand what I'm saying? The audience for Fortnite are cheap people.
Well, now they're going to kind of have to, though, aren't they?
No, wait, why? You can get your game from Uplay.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing. It's like you don't have to get the game from there. You don't have to get Call of Duty from. You get Call of Duty from Activision, from Battle.net. You can get Assassin's Creed from Uplay, and you can get all the EA shit from Origin. If anything, Epic Store is just gonna get a bunch of the small titles, the newer ones that are gonna come out and stuff. But they're really, I mean, the comments that I read, they're gonna have to really impress the PC community because they're talking a big game and they're just fucking luring the game companies there. But I mean, those game companies have their own stores, so they don't really need Epic Store. So the only reason that they were going to Steam is because that's where everyone's at. So Epic Store doesn't really have anybody except the Fortnite people. And trust me, these big game companies don't want those Fortnite people. They're playing the game because it's free. This is something you and I talk about this all the time. It's the only reason they're playing. It's because it's a free game.
Yeah.
So that's the type of people that you want to get Division. I'm sure Ubisoft does not want those type of people. Right now, they're just taking advantage of the fact that they're giving them, what is it, 85?
I have no idea.
That's the only thing. But I mean, whatever. They got the refund. Hey, more power to you. Impress me. You're going to have to really work hard to get people to go to the Epic Store. I mean, really hard. What else you got?
And apparently GameStop's buyout will be finalized next month. So GameStop will be in business for a little bit longer.
So the buyout is basically somebody's buying them out? God
Somebody's
damn,
buying GameStop.
That really sucks.
Hopefully it's making...
Go ahead.
We both worked at Blockbuster. We bring that up. Blockbuster worked well as a place where you could rent DVDs. Once you started selling magazine subscriptions and you had to have people buy candy bars and all that other bullshit, that's when this store started to fail. Outside the fact of their streaming service and Netflix, forcing those little like magazine subscriptions on top of people. They don't want to be harassed by that.
It's just somewhere you used to go to actually. I mean, to say the truth, you don't even really get to play the games there. I just thought I used to love to go to GameStop. Even my daughter likes going to GameStop, and now they're not going to be around, which sucks. In a way, it was a community, and I'm going to miss them, even though they were fucking, ripping you off. It's ma'am. You know what I'm talking about? No. You don't know that? It's ma'am?
No.
What's the transgender guy who went to GameStop?
Oh, the new like
transgender Hulk Hogan.
Oh, I don't know.
You know what? You haven't seen that video? Jesus Christ!
I heard about it. I didn't see it.
You need to watch that. Jesus, that's the other reason that GameStop's not going to be around, because the amount of people that hate them. So many people leave there with such a bitter taste, just like Blockbuster.
Yeah.
And that's why. So did you read this thing about Ubisoft apologizes for forcing heterosexual romance in Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
Yeah. Listen, I understand both sides of the argument. I really do.
But I mean, this is the matter is that they, like you say, they painted themselves into a corner because you give them the freedom to choose your sexuality in the whole game, but then in the DLC you force them to have a heterosexual relationship. Now, what I don't understand though is because I got the DLC, I just got it, so I don't know what the character is exactly that they make you sleep with or whatever, fall in love with. And the pictures I see is Alexio's and a woman. But if you're playing Cassandra, it's still the same woman. So is it just that they're making you have a heterosexual relationship with just Alexio? Like, I'm lost. Because if it's Cassandra, wouldn't that be homosexual? Well,
no. I mean, as far as I know, it's you got to pass on the bloodline.
But you don't. She doesn't. She doesn't have to pass the bloodline. You didn't play it, but I mean, I could tell you, I mean, whatever. She doesn't die. She doesn't have to pass the bloodline.
No, I know she doesn't die, which is dumb in and of itself, but I digress.
It's just,
no, but the concept of passing on your bloodline is that the eagle vision is hereditary.
Yes, but I mean, in this next DLC, they show you the first assassin, which is the guy who killed Xerxes, and he's from
the Persian.
Persia. Yeah, he's the real first assassin. And, you know, I haven't played the whole DLC. I just got it and I've been playing it and it's pretty good, but so I can't get really into the conversation, but there's no reason for Alexis or Cassandra to have kids. And if you knew that you're going to live forever, why the hell would you want to have kids? And I mean, to see them die? That's what I'm talking about. But maybe you're right. I mean, I guess I have to play the DLC to see if they actually pass that on. And that's how they get the eagle vision. Because I haven't figured out yet if this assassin has the eagle vision. But, yeah, I mean, it's a topic. It's a sensitive topic. But, I mean, here we go again with the apologies. And I understand. You don't want to.
I understand both concepts because throughout the entire game you were able to be gay and now you got to be straight.
Exactly, but I mean, if you changed, it's never going to stop. People are always going to complain about something. It's always going to be something to complain about, and if you, I mean.
Well, people will always have something to complain about unless you set your standard from the beginning.
I want to believe that, but they'll always find something to complain about.
Yes and no. I mean, it goes back to the more freedom you give, the less enjoyment individuals will have.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of those concepts.
Yeah, I guess. So what else do you have?
Are you excited for a Ghostbusters reboot?
Is this like the third reboot?
Apparently they're using the original cast minus the guy who died.
So what happened to the timeline with the girls? God, I don't even want to think about it because this is just ridiculous. The United States of America has a big problem of running out of fucking ideas, and they're just fucking recycling everything, and it's just so fucking annoying. And there's a 90% chance this movie's gonna be garbage.
Yeah.
So and
apparently they're also gonna do Gremlins again.
I guess Gremlins maybe, but I mean, unless Spielberg is directing it, I don't want to see it.
You think Spielberg's gonna? Wait a second. Do you really think Steven Spielberg is gonna direct that nonsense?
Well, he directed the first one.
No, I get that but a reboot? Do you really think he's gonna...
Why wouldn't he? He did the first one. Why would it be a problem?
Because he's all about his Academy Awards.
But he did that movie, and he has a soft heart for sci-fi and stuff. He wouldn't have a problem with that if they let him do it. But I mean, I don't want to see it being. Look what happened when he didn't do part 2. Gremlins 2 was the biggest pile of shit in the world. I mean, do you understand what I'm trying to say? Look what happened when what's his name? What's the director of fucking Terminator 2?
James Cameron.
When James Cameron didn't direct the other Terminator, what happened? It sucked.
But it goes back to
James Cameron directed Aliens, and then part 3 came out and it was terrible. It's like
I liked.
Aliens,
I'm not saying
Alien 3.
I'm not saying Alien 3 was a masterpiece, but I liked David Fincher's Alien. Especially the fact that it was a dog and that it had more dog-like characteristics. I thought that was very unique.
What, are you talking about part 3?
Part 3.
The one in the prison?
Yeah.
No, I didn't like the one in the prison.
I like that one.
2 was the best one.
Well, have you gone back? Dude, I'll tell you, man. Go back and watch part 3.
Part 1
Part
and
3.
2.
Part 3 still holds up, man. That's what's crazy about it.
It can hold up, but it'll never hold up to 2. 2 was the best one in the series. Hands down. Of course. What are you talking about, man? You seen Aliens?
Aliens? Yeah, I've seen all... dude, I've seen every Alien. I didn't finish the last one, though.
Well,
but I've seen them all. I just didn't finish the last one.
Wait.
But dude,
I know what you mean. I know. I saw Alien 3 a couple of times.
I didn't like Alien 3 when I was young, but it was one of those things where, God, I had to have been in my late 20s, and it came up on HBO at like 2 in the morning, and I couldn't sleep. And I was like, fuck, that was a really good movie.
I mean, it could be the greatest thing, but there's no way it holds up against Aliens. That's
Aliens
like
was such an
saying like Terminator 3 was good, but it's not compared to
Aliens. Aliens was such an action movie though, and it took away from the horror concept. Alien 3 brought it back to that horror concept, and I think that's where the disposition that's where not the disposition but the disparity is, because Aliens had all the guns and the shooting and just so many of them. And then Alien 3 took it back to where Alien started, in this very confined space. You don't have any real weaponry to protect you, and you don't know where the fuck this thing is. I understand what you're saying.
Anyway, they need to stop making fucking movies that came out a long time ago and just start coming up with fucking ideas. Did you see Colossal?
No, dude. Dude, I've been grading papers on top of papers on top of papers. I'm finally done. But I haven't had any free time.
Okay, so let's keep talking about news. So you got the new Power Ranger game coming out. You're going to get it? Since you like fighting games?
Just go away. Just let's end the podcast.
Have you seen it? Oh my God. Why? Why is this happening?
Because there are 11-year-old kids. Is it going on the Switch?
Power Rangers.
Is it going on the Switch?
No, it's coming out for all the systems.
Okay, well, it's going to sell on the Switch for kids not like Kayla.
fucking Power Rangers have not been popular in like 10 years. There's no way kids these days want to see that shit. This is for fucking people who lived in the 90s. I'm telling you. Let's get the fucking Green Ranger. The Green Ranger. Even if there was a fucking Power Ranger show right now, nobody would know who the Green Ranger or the White Ranger is. Ugh. Anyway, so
Sup?
let's talk about the since we already been talking for half an hour, let's talk about the big showing today.
You want to go with yours? You want to go with mine and not yours?
Let's go with yours. No, let's go with yours. Because that was just a show. You didn't play it, so you don't know anything about it. We're just going to go by what we saw.
Okay.
I was working, so I couldn't hear it. I only saw.
Oh, dude, I was at work too. And it was the last 10 minutes of school. And I'm like, I don't give I told him like straight up, like, all right, I'm done for the day. I'm watching this. And then a bunch of the kids crowded around my computer. And we watched it from beginning to end. Mortal Kombat 11 unveiled gameplay, unveiled characters, unveiled a bit of the story mode, and unveiled some of the customization.
Why the hell are you saying so much unveiled? It was just fucking Mortal Kombat 11 unveiled.
But I'm just, giving the information, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
It started off with a little kind of story meets gameplay trailer. And it showed all the characters.
All 6 characters.
Oh,
maybe less.
Was it 6? No.
Felt like it was
Sub-Zero.
5.
No, 5. It's 5.
Yeah.
It showed 5 of the the gameplay showed 5 of the characters. The story mode showed more characters though. It showed Liu Kang. It showed Kung
Johnny
Lao.
Cage.
It showed a bunch. It showed more characters, but just because you saw more characters, that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be in the game. Because Baraka has returned to Mortal Kombat as a playable character, and in Mortal Kombat 10, he wasn't a playable. Yeah, Baraka. He wasn't a playable character. He was in the story mode, but he wasn't. He wasn't a playable character.
I can't
Same thing with What happened?
No, I can't stop thinking of Obama every time you say Baraka.
Oh God. And another character that was in the game that wasn't playable was Rain. Those 2 characters, and that disappointed a lot of fans because you got to see them, but it never came to fruition. Excuse me.
Wait a minute, Baraka wasn't in the last one? I swear he was.
He was in the story mode. You couldn't use him though. Memory serves me right. Unless he's a DLC character, but I don't know that he is one.
I don't remember either, but
you'd have to look that up. But he is playable.
That game. No, I was just thinking about all the stuff that I saw in the game. The first thing that I noticed that I love was the fact that they have equipment and what do you call it? Different armor.
Yeah, I mean,
we predicted this before he even said it.
I will say I'm a little disappointed though.
Why?
From what I'm seeing, because unlike Injustice 2, with the gear, you do your arms, you do your head, you do your body, you do your legs, you do your weapon. Okay. That's what Injustice 2 does. This one, it allows you to do 3 sets of gear, and then you have a bunch of preset skins. I don't know the length of the customization. In the trailer, it showed Scorpion in multiple forms, but I don't know how much of that is actually going to carry over. I don't know.
I saw a lot of Scorpion outfits that were looked awesome.
I did too, but I love that little aspect of Injustice where you have those nice fine-tuned details from gear to gear.
They might. I mean, we don't know.
They might.
Much.
No, we don't know. We don't know. They unveiled it, but I feel like a lot of that stuff is set in stone. I mean, the game comes out in a couple months, so I don't see a lot of that changing.
He didn't show a lot, but the fighting style, it seems like there's a lot of grapple.
There's a lot of everything. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there was a lot of grapple, like a lot of grabbing and doing moves to the character.
I also like the fact that there was that the X-rays happen when you do certain moves.
But now they have zooms too.
They got all kinds of stuff in there. I like those aspects of it. The game is beautiful once again. It's just out of this world gorgeous.
Yeah, some of those X-rays are like, shouldn't they be dead? Like, there's one where the girl stabs you 4 times in the stomach, sticks the knife in you, and then pulls a knife up all the way up to your chest.
Well,
and that's a grapple.
If you watch the gameplay now, and I got to go back and rewatch it, but when I watched it, there was a scene where Baraka took a bite out of Scorpion's arm.
And tears it off.
And his arm was still bleeding throughout the fight.
No, those games always have had that where they get... at least last one, they got dirty and their armor breaks.
But oh my God, I love that. That's that little detail to the game that it's really well done.
It is.
I also... If you go on the Twitter, Evil Metal Gamers, I screenshotted a bunch of the stuff and I put it online about the customization. One of the things that you're going to be able to customize is kind of your victory pose and what will happen with your taunts. They're doing a lot of customization to make your character really individualized, which I like a lot. There's a lot of things going on in the game. They're bringing back the gear from Injustice to make your character stronger. This time, though, I would say a la Diablo, you can put runes inside your gear to make them stronger, to give you more health, more strength, more defense, etc.
Sure that's only going to count towards like multiverse fights or whatever the hell you call it.
However you want to do it.
Oh, what do they call them in Mortal Kombat? Like just tournament or something? I don't even remember.
I don't know. Well, in Mortal Kombat 10, they were called the Towers.
The Towers, that's what it was. Yeah, I remember.
What else did I see? We're getting Scarlet back. That's one of the fan favorites that everyone's been going crazy for. They hinted that Cabal is coming back from Mortal Kombat 3. He was also on Mortal Kombat 9. They're bringing him back.
Who was the Scorpion guy who could control sand? Is that a new character?
That's a new character. I don't remember what his name is. It begins with a G.
He was pretty awesome.
Scorpion and Sub-Zero are back. Sonya Blade is back. She's being voiced by Ronda Rousey, which is cool.
But pointless.
I'm not sure how much star power that's going to get. Like, if that's going to get
more
people to buy Mortal Kombat.
I don't think so.
And Baraka, that's it. They had a picture of the character select screen, and there were a lot of empty boxes. They just had the 6 characters that you could play as. It didn't look like there was a lot of characters though, and that bothers me a little bit because Mortal Kombat's roster is pretty extensive.
They're gonna have a lot of characters, bro. There's no way they're not gonna have characters. They're just not gonna show you everything now. I'm sure they'll.
No, I know, but even still.
All right, don't fall asleep.
Especially with the fact that they have so many new characters from Mortal Kombat 10 that were really good, especially like Jacqueline and Cassie Cage. You had Kenshi's son.
Well, this takes place right after 10, right? So they have to come back.
Hopefully.
Because now Raiden is bad.
Oh, Raiden is bad is awesome. Also, if you played 10, Liu Kang and Katana are also bad. So I'm guessing if the story mode goes as I expect it to go, Liu Kang and Katana are going to be kind of like that Goro, Mintaro, sub-boss character that you have to fight in order to get to.
You think so?
It'd be sweet.
It would, but I don't know if that's going to be it. But that would be cool. That'd be, yeah.
I'm kind of scared that my character's not going to come back. The character that I loved in Mortal Kombat 10, the cowboy, his name's Aaron Black. He was my favorite character.
Oh, I don't think he's going to come back.
I really liked that character. I thought it was a really interesting character / fighting style. I really enjoyed him.
And anything else that you saw that... Are you buying that $300 box set with Scorpion's head?
No,
because I know I'm not.
Once again, man, like I remember when Metal Gear Solid 5 was coming out, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna have an exclusive collector's edition," blah 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 blah. And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm going all in on that. I'm buying that motherfucker." And then they're like, "You get his arm," and I'm like, "That is so lame."
It is lame, and I'll tell you one thing. I'm not gonna get the Days Gone, but the statue looks pretty cool.
This statue does look really cool.
Oh, on the motorcycle.
Yeah.
You know what it is? I feel like they're trying to imitate Daryl from Walking Dead because Daryl was cool, so they're trying to play like a video game. And so that's probably one of the other reasons I don't like it. It's like you couldn't come up with something better. But talking about Daryl, you heard about the people from what are the oh man,
The Walking Dead?
No, the people who made the game. Oh my god, what's the name of the game for PlayStation where the redhead fights the dinosaur robots? What is Gorilla?
Oh, Horizon.
Gorilla.
Horizon.
Yeah, but her Gorilla, they went over to Kojima's place, and they played Death Stranding, and they were blown away.
Yeah.
You read that?
No.
They said they couldn't believe what they saw.
That's pretty sweet.
And they were very impressed, and they said that they are not allowed to say anything about the game at all. But all they can say is like, it's amazing. And then I read another article where they said that a guy from Naughty Dog tweeted that he had just finished watching gameplay of Last of Us 2 and he couldn't believe what he saw. I cannot wait to see that game.
I just wish that they would be able to be like, yeah, it's coming out on this system or next system.
It's next system. There's no way that's coming out for this system. But
well, I've said that.
Maybe the next system will come out in October. It's not, but imagine if it does, and then they have that as a. If they're smart, if they're smart, if PlayStation's smart, they'll do the Nintendo route where they'll release the game with
the system,
with a system seller. No, it doesn't have to be with the game, but a system seller. Like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So then if you put out Last of Us 2 in the lineup of the releases when PlayStation 5 comes out, forget it. Do you know how much PlayStation 5s will sell? If you twist people's arms into getting a PlayStation 5 in order to play Last of Us 2 or Death Stranding, or imagine if they release Death Stranding and Last of Us 2 on the same week. It'd be chaos.
Maybe a lot of broke people, man.
It'll be fucking chaos, like when those Japanese people were killing themselves because they couldn't buy a PlayStation 2. But yeah, that's train for thought. Going back to Mortal Kombat, I can't believe this guy kept the secret so long and it's coming out in April. It's mind-boggling.
Yeah, he did a good job.
He did. Fucker kept it so quiet. I mean, we knew it was coming. You knew it was coming.
Yeah.
You should get a hold of him. Write him a letter. A Christmas letter.
Well, I told you, man. You called me a conspiracy theorist.
Well, because he made you look bad in E3.
Yeah, I know. I was really expecting it at E3, though.
So, let's finish off the show with a little game that I played. Did you play it?
Nope.
What the?
I don't want to.
Okay, we're gonna talk about it. I played Resident Evil 2, one shot. Did I say that right? One shot? Yeah.
Yeah, the one shot.
The one shot. Basically, for all you kids who don't know what that is that right now, if you go to Xbox, PlayStation 4, or Steam, you're able to download Resident Evil 2, the demo, for free, and it gives you 30 minutes to play the game. After the 30 minutes, you will not be able to play the game ever again. That's all you get. It's 30 minutes. It's like a taste, and then they take it away from you. And so, when they told me that I was able to play the Resident Evil 2 game, of course I'm going to take the chance and play it. Why wouldn't I? Especially if it's free. You didn't play it. Why? Because you don't want to ruin it?
I just don't want anything spoiled.
But I mean,
there is
there is no spoiler because this is Resident Evil 2.
No, I know.
You know already everything about the fucking game. Either way, so basically I downloaded it for PlayStation 4 and I downloaded it for the PC. I downloaded it for PlayStation 4 because I wanted to see the difference. Now, the demo starts off when you're already in the police station, which means that for people who have never played Resident Evil 2, that is not the beginning of the game. The beginning of the game, you meet Claire and you have to go through the city, which is in total chaos with zombies everywhere. So when Leon sees a zombie in the demo for the first, when you see it for the first time, that's not Leon's first time seeing a zombie. He's seen it because he has to go through the city to survive.
Right.
So he already knew what the fuck was going on. When you go in there, it's pretty. It's marvelous what they've done with getting the Raccoon Police Department to look the way that it looks now. It's still the same layout. I might be wrong, but I swear to God that map is the same. And they have everything. Even the library was there. I don't even remember the library. I'm short for words of how amazing this game looks. Leon plays a lot like I don't want to say he plays a lot like Resident Evil 4 because he was moving a lot faster in Resident Evil 4, but I would want to say Resident Evil, what was the ones, the two small ones that came out for the Nintendo DS and
Revelations?
It plays a lot more like Revelations. But when you play with the character, the animation is pretty amazing. When he walks, he goes up the stairs, he does the slow. He actually walks like an actual police officer. When he goes into dark areas, he takes his flashlight. He has a flashlight on the gun, which is actually really cool. And one little detail that I noticed about the game is that when you go to the menu, or not a menu, but when you look up like your notebook to look for notes and stuff like that, he'll put the flashlight in his chin, between his chin and his neck.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Right? And he you know what I mean, right? He tilts his head down and holds the flashlight like that, and then he opens up the book. That's a detail that that gives it that taste that of realism, you know?
Yeah.
Because to think about it, you're not going to put the flashlight down and try to turn the pages with one hand. And so I played for PlayStation 4. It looks amazing. I don't have a 4K TV, but it's really good. And I couldn't tell you quite the difference between the PC and the PlayStation 4, to tell you the truth. They both look just as good. So that Resident Evil engine really does help. It does.
What is it? The RE engine, right?
The RE engine, where it has like more dust and there's like a lot of this. It just makes it look like old, and I don't know. It's just it felt creepy when you go into the rooms where it's dark and there's no light. That you walk around and you walk through there's like a pipe broke or a toilet was running and the whole hallway is full of water and you're just splashing around. And when the zombies come out, you can hear them splashing in the water. Oh my God. Now we're going to get into the zombies. The zombies, they're tough. It takes about 4 shots in the head to kill them. One thing that I notice is that every time you shoot a zombie, parts of the bodies or the holes where you shot them are there. If you shoot them with a shotgun in the stomach, they break in half, like the original. I don't even remember that.
Yeah,
and they drag themselves on the floor. If you shoot them in the head, it'll cause like the head to open so you can see the brain. If they fall down, go ahead.
But it doesn't kill them.
It doesn't kill them. It takes a couple of shots to kill them. And with the shotgun, though, you can kill them fast.
Okay.
Remember, it's a stupid handgun. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. When you take the knife and you slice them, the slice marks their bodies. Okay, so every time you take a swing of a knife from up and down, the slash is in the body.
That's sweet.
Yeah, so like you can knock them down and keep slicing, and you can see every single slash in their bodies. Every single place you slashed, it's there, whoosh, 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 and it stays there. And if you keep going, you can cut limbs off. It's pretty amazing. The only thing that I would have liked, which is asking a lot because I know people don't have the pictures, is to go the Dead Space route, or there is no pause. That to me would have given it that final touch of perfect, where you can't push start to put like to use the first aid kit or something like that.
Yeah,
because if you try to do that, the zombies are gonna get you. If they would have done it like that, it would have been amazing. But I mean, that's asking a lot. The lickers, when the lickers come out, I didn't actually get to see the lickers, but you see them crawling through the windows and stuff like that. That's fucking freaky as hell.
Yeah, I remember that.
Another feature that wasn't in the original Resident Evil 2 was that you can board up windows now. So you have pieces of wood that you find, and you just board up windows so they don't break through. Or they will break through. If you see the zombies hitting the window, they will break through. Trust me. If you have claustrophobia, this is not the game for you. I tell you this right now. There is not much to run. It's really. The other thing is, it's really hard to run by them. They jump at you, and when they grab, there's no button you can push to get them off of you. When they grab, they're gonna bite, no matter what. And it's the freakiest. There's 2 zombies that were freaky. All male zombies were stupid. But the fat male zombie, that one was creepy. It was like a fat police officer. And I'm sure that somewhere somebody's gonna make a complaint about fat shaming. I'm telling you, because the fat zombie was like punching and hitting and shaking a vending machine like it was trying to get candy out of there. Yeah, I mean, that's Japanese humor. But the fat ones are really hard to take down. Now the female zombies, they make this screeching sound when they jump at you. Man, it gives me goosebumps every single time. It's fucking freaky. The women ones are like, ugh. They're just, you just want to get them off of you and try to run. I did pass it on the PC. I did not pass it on the PlayStation 4. I didn't pass it on the PlayStation 4 because I thought, let me look around and stuff like that. When I did it for PC, I was a little bit faster trying to move around. But I played with the keyboard and the mouse, and it felt so right. Like it just felt really good to play like that. But the PlayStation 4 controller also played really good. Holy shit. There's a lot of jump scares in this game. A lot of jump scares. Things that I don't want to say it so you get scared too, but there are things. You only get 7 gigabytes of this game, so it's like there's nothing you could do to play the whole game. But there is an ending to the demo, and everybody thinks you escape through the tunnel of Raccoon City. That's not how it happens. It just ends. Like Marvin, police officer Marvin, I think his name was. He calls you over, and then you have to find your way back to him. Once you get there, it ends. But bro, trying to get back to him when he calls you is like you end up in a room where there's like zombies everywhere, and you have to try to maneuver around them. It made me think of Hunk. And then, of course, when you actually pass the demo, they show you the video of Hunk who's coming back and Tofu. So I'm looking forward for that because I remember the only way you could get them is if you went fast, if you finished the game in an hour or two.
Right.
So I cannot wait. The only thing I want to know is how we play Claire and Chris, and not Claire, Chris, Claire and Leon at the same time. That's all I'm curious. Do we get a whole playthrough like we did originally in 1990, 97? No, I think it came out in 98.
Right.
Is it going to be the same playthrough like that where you play the whole game with Leon and then you play the whole game with Claire? Because if it is like that, I'm going to enjoy it better.
Yeah, no.
Because then you get to play the game again, but in a different perspective.
Right.
Instead of, okay, scene B, you play Claire, scene C, you play Leon. I feel like it's going to be like that. But it would be a shame if they don't do it like the original Resident Evil, where you play the whole game with one character and then you play the whole game with the other character. So then you get to see, because a lot of people haven't played Resident Evil, you don't know where Claire is the whole game. Once in a while, you bump into Claire, and Claire tells you, oh, I'm trying to get this box that's behind a door. And then when you finish the game with Leon, you get to play with Claire, and then you know why she's looking for that box on the other side of the door. And so on and so on. And you could remember, you could play Leon first and then Claire, or Claire first and then Leon. And the stories would change. You would be on opposite side of the truck. If you play with Leon second, then Leon used to fight Mr. X. But if you play Claire second, then she fought Mr. X. And then whoever you played first would have to fight William Birkin, because there were 2 bosses in that game. Right? It was Mr. X and William Birkins. Those were the 2 bad guys. And they never met. They never bump into each other, those 2 bad guys.
And then Ada, regardless, will throw you a rocket launcher.
No matter what. Except one of the characters has no... Okay, Siri, calm down. But if you can play it, enjoy it. Don't fucking look at the 30-minute timer. I think the 30-minute timer, they make you so you can rush through it. Just play it. Enjoy it. I'm telling you, once you play the game, you're just going to want to buy it. I already bought it. I paid full PC. Oh, and I played ultra wide. I have to say it. Ultra wide is like, it's amazing. And yes, you don't get surprised, but you still get the jump scares from things that come from behind, things that come from a corner. But once I see a zombie, it's very hard for me not to see it anymore in a PC. But play it. It's free. It's available. Do it now before next Friday so you can get it out of your system.
Yeah, no. I'm good. It's like me with movie trailers. I don't need that, man. I stay far away. Speaking of movie trailers, did you enjoy the Spider-Man trailer that was released this week?
Yes, I enjoyed it a lot. Makes me wonder if that movie... Everybody's complaining, is it a prequel or a sequel to Avengers?
A lot of people are... Well, apparently people are saying, well, that spoils... If you really pay attention, it spoils the ending of Avengers.
Of course. But here's the thing. But here's my theory. It's not a prequel. Because when Spider-Man jumps out of the school bus to go help Stark, Bruce Banner, and the two wizards, he's got the regular red and blue suit. And in the prequel, he has a black suit. Did you see the trailer?
No, man. I stay away from that stuff.
Well, either way, you've seen the pictures. Do you see how he has red and then black instead of blue? So it's not a prequel. Obviously, this happens afterwards. And my theory is that they do get different superheroes from different dimensions. I feel that's how they replace them. I mean, I might be wrong.
It's one of those.
They might bring them back.
It's one of those concepts.
I hope it's like that. Oh, God, I can't wait. That's coming out in April, isn't it?
Yeah.
And when's Marvel? What the fuck is...
Captain Marvel's next month, man.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Captain Marvel... Jesus, that's 3 big movies this year. For Marvel. Wow.
And that's Disney, dude. Remember, I was talking about that before. Disney's just printing money, man.
Motherfuckers. As long as they don't ruin and make terrible movies.
No, yeah. I agree with you, man. They can do whatever the hell they want.
Just bring me X-Men. Make X-Men good again.
Well, that's one of the rumors, is that they're definitely bringing that back.
And they said they wouldn't touch Deadpool. That they were going to leave Deadpool the same.
Hopefully.
But I mean, wouldn't it make sense if they take the dimensions and they mix them together or some shit? And that's how you get the mutants. Well, I mean,
it's also the reason why I think that's also the reason why Disney made the PG-13 Deadpool movie, is to see how well it will go over.
Oh, is that Disney made that?
I don't know. I could be wrong, but he said it in the trailer.
No, don't make it PG-13. Make it R, and if you want to do your little PG-13 later on, that's fine with me, but keep it R.
Yeah.
Because that's Deadpool. He kills.
And he curses.
And Logan is the same thing. I want Logan to be vicious. I don't want Logan to be like fucking Captain America.
Oh, Logan was such a great movie.
I keep thinking, who can we put as Logan? It has to be short this time. I want him short, but I can't think of who. Maybe Danny DeVito.
No.
I really don't know who could possibly play Logan. I can't. I want him to be short and fucking strong. You know, but I mean...
Well, Hugh Jackman already said who he wanted to take up the mantle, but it's too late because he's already somebody else.
Who?
He wanted Tom Hardy.
Is Tom Hardy short?
Yeah.
Tom Hardy, I can see Tom Hardy doing it. Well, he's pretty fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could do it. Well, why? What do you mean he has a role? What? Venom?
Yep.
That doesn't mean shit. Or did you forget that Thanos and Cable are the same guy?
I mean, depends on how they want to do it, man.
It's true. Anywho, anything else?
That's all I got, man.
Okay, so I guess that's it for our show then, fellers. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to get a hold of us, you can contact us at Evil Metal Gamers on Twitter, or you can email us evilmetalgamers@gmail.com. We are in Facebook. We are in Reddit. We are in Discord. And Facebook, you can also get a hold of us on our fan page. And guys, when you go, we are also on Spotify, on Apple, and we are also on Google. We really appreciate it if you guys leave a comment or a review, and don't forget to subscribe so you can be listening to us talk good gibberish every time at 1 a.m. Okay, guys.
Hey-o.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much and take care.
Love, peace, and happiness.